Everyone loves this myth that faith and science don't talk anymore. Like they had a messy breakup in college and now refuse to make eye contact whenever the universe expands again. But the truth is, science was born in her house, raised on her carpet, a cradle Catholic, baptized in the font of logos, fed on the conviction that creation is orderly because its creator is. Look at the roll call astronomy. Jesuits ran half the observatories. Geology, Steno founded it. Genetics, Gregor Mendel, the monk who made inheritance make sense. The Big Bang, George Lemaître, the priest with sharper math than his critics. Seismology, mapped by Jesuits who measured every quake. Optics, Grosseteste, a bishop with light theory. Centuries early, stellar spectroscopy. Secchi, the priest who painted stars by color. Atomic theory, precursors. Boscovich, the Jesuit who sketched the future of physics. Microbiology and pasteurization. Pasteur, crushing spontaneous generation with a lab coat and a rosary. Egyptology, Athanasius Kircher, the monk who studied everything. Mathematics, entire religious orders, turning chalk dust into breakthrough. Science isn't the church's enemy, it's one of her children, in a pretty successful world at that. And yes, we can talk about Galileo, but you better also talk about Copernicus, the Catholic canon who mapped the heavens, dedicated his work to the Pope, got welcomed, praised, and caused exactly zero doctrinal meltdowns because heliocentrism wasn't the scandal. Galileo's interpretation was, he insisted he could dictate scripture to the theologians, and then mocked the Pope by putting his words into simplicity. Oh, not exactly a diplomatic masterstroke. Even then, he lived under house arrest in a villa with servants and his own students, more caprice on detention than dungeon of despair. Meanwhile, Christians were building universities, standardizing the calendar, charting the heavens, cataloging the species, graphing the tides, measuring the mountains, and inventing the idea that matter obeys laws because there is a lawgiver. And if you still think the Dark Ages were dark, you haven't the faintest notion that the only libraries left open were run by monks, copying everything they could rescue, while the rest of Europe went bonfire mode. That's why Islamic science plateaued, Greek science stalled, and Chinese natural philosophy never made the jump. They lacked the theological soil that said the universe is rational. Go study it. God won't smite you for asking questions. Science isn't the church's enemy, it's one of her children, raised in her halls, funded by her patrons, fed by her worldview, formed by her confidence that this universe is intelligible because its author is. You like Kepler, Christian, Newton, scripture soaked genius, Boyle, Bible heavy chemist, Faraday, devout Pascal, I'd wager was a math late. Descartes got Jesuit educated, Merson networked half of Europe before email existed. Even the secular icons worked in Christian soil, the intellectual aquifer that said the cosmos is coherent, testable, predictable, lawful. You don't get modern science without that metaphysics, and you don't get that metaphysics without the church. Science isn't the church's enemy, it's one of her children. A proud one, a brilliant one, a sometimes rebellious teenager, sure, but always bearing the family resemblance. Logos made the universe reasonable, the church made the universe studyable, and the scientists, they just kept the family business running. If you trust the Big Bang, thank a priest. If you trust genetics, thank a monk. And if you trust science at all, thank the worldview that believed the world was worth studying, because science isn't the church's enemy. it's one of her children.